see. But this right here, believe it or not, is natural alligator behavior. So if you were to go out into the wild somewhere, this is actually what you're going to see. I wonder if he's going to block off my exit. Maybe. We'll find out in a minute. Yes, he did. All right, that'll be fun. Anyway, this is what they do. This is actually what they're supposed to do to be able to survive. Again, alligators are reptiles, which basically means they can't regulate their body temperature like we can. They rely on all the outside sources to help them warm up. So they really rely on the sun to get their body temperatures warm, to be able to swim around and hunt and even digest their food. Now, lucky for them, they have some wonderful adaptations on them to help them warm up quickly and effectively. They got that nice dark coloration, which helps attract heat. We know a lot of times you think alligators, you think of green animals, because that's what you see in the cartoons and comic books and all that fun stuff. But obviously, looking at any of them, they're definitely not green in color whatsoever. Now, another great adaptation they have on them is something called osteoderms. Some people like to refer to them as scutes. So if you look at any of the alligators in this enclosure, you'll see they got those nice kind of bumpy ridges going down their back. Those are the osteoderms. And what they are, they're literally little pieces of bone sewn directly into the skin. So they start up at the neck and they work all the way down to the tip of their tail. So they're covered in this intricate network of blood vessels. So basically what I'm saying, alligators have a giant solar panel on their back. That's what it is. So they sit there. Come on over here, Hunter. I don't want you jumping at the bridge. So they got giant solar panel on their back, helps them warm up all that blood. Then as the blood starts moving through the body, that's what gets the alligators to that kind of nice, ideal body temperature. And that's when you'll see more movement. So you guys are kind of lucky today. You're seeing a lot of alligators get up and walk around, which during the colder months you won't see at all. Hunter, come over here. Now the great thing about the osteoderms, not only is it a giant solar panel on their back, it's also built-in body armor. So if you think about it, that is an extra layer of bone going all the way down their back to help protect them in case they get into another little tiff with another alligator. Obviously this size, they have nothing to worry about with other animals except for other large alligators. So a very effective tool to have. And of course another great thing, adaptation to help them warm up. If you notice, all of them are looking very comfortable. They got their limbs kind of sprawled out to the sides, their bellies are hanging out, and that's to give them a larger surface area to kind of help them warm up from there. So very effective tools. Again, this is what they're going to do throughout the majority of the day, and it looks pretty comfortable if you ask me. Now again, in this enclosure, these are all American alligators, so 40 of them in here, all American alligators. Now a lot of people think there's more than one species, especially if you're from the southeast. You think there's the Florida gators and Georgia gators and Alabama gators and Louisiana gators, but none of that is true. There's only the one species here, and they have no regard for personal space. They're just going to step on each other, go where it's the warmest. So there is another species of alligator though, but it's found on the opposite side of the planet, and it is the Chinese alligator. So pretty obvious where those animals come from. They're in a really slow motion race right now. Who's going to get there the fastest? And so for those of you that think these animals can run 20, 30 miles an hour, I've heard